Hello everyone, welcome back, welcome to my channel if you're new here. So today we're going to make this bracelet. This is two-sided. You got the clear on the one side and the pearl on the other. These are the same on both sides. But I wanted, these are like a light amethyst, these little 3mm Czech fire polish beads, but it really doesn't show up as purple, but I wanted it something more purplish, but oh well. So I used a glass button, and I'll be using a glass button today. So I'm using Czech 11-0 seed beads. I'm trying to make springy colors here. And I don't know what these are, but I believe they're 15 O's, and they look like a crystal rainbow color. See that? I have no idea what size. I'm pretty sure they're 15 O's. I mean, they might be smaller than that, but I don't think they're bigger than that. That's for sure. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm using 2 wingspans of thread, and I am going to put on a stop bead. And I'm going to leave about a foot. Tail. Because I want to use that to make my loop with. So, and I'm using 8-pound fire line in crystal. Hopefully someday soon I will be getting 6-pound. Because you can see, I'm putting hand lotion on, sorry. You can see the thread because you're going through it a couple of times in some spots, but not in a lot of spots. I did that so you don't have to look at my dry hands, so now you can look at my greasy hands. So anyway, this is a little complicated, so you'll get the hang of it though. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is I am picking up a Super Duo. So what we're using is 3mm Czech fire polish, 6mm 2-hole squares, Super Duos in, these are pastel green, these are jonquil. This is pink opal. I got these at Dollar Bead Box, that I know. I got these from Auntie's Beads. These I had. These are yellow. Don't know what color yellow, but they're Czech glass. And I don't know what color these are. These are 11 O's, 15 O's, and a button. Now these are little tiny like baby buttons that I have. They're, I'm just checking to make sure it's closed. They're glass. They're old. And I wanted to use them. So, the first thing we're going to do is pick up a Super Duo and a tile and another Super Duo. Now sometimes, like this one, the Super Duo holes are not completely open. So I would suggest that you check them while you're putting them on, because to get all the way to the end of your work and be starting your way back and finding out that, yeah, that Super Duo's hole is not open is not fun. I've been there. I have been there. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to pick up where did I use that? Oh, okay. A 15-0, sorry for shaking you there. A Czech fire polish, a 15-0. Just like that. You can barely see them. Going to bring them down. And then I'm going to pick up another Super Duo. And I'm going to go into the opposite, the other hole of my 2-hole square. So you'll have that. Excuse me. Trying to say, these look a little less pearly than that side, but I don't think it's a big deal. Okay, so now, excuse me, we're going to pick up a Super Duo. Now, you're going to be doing this all along, and you're going to see that the one side has the 3mm on it, and the other side doesn't. Don't worry about it, we'll get to it. So, we're going to pick up a 15-0, an 11-0, and a 15-0. Actually, I'm going to do two 11-0s because these look awfully small, awfully tiny, and another 15-0. Let me see. Then we're going to go into the other end of our Super Duo, like that. We're coming out of this hole, we're going into this hole, because what we're doing now is we're adding another tile. It's going to be a little wonky at first. No, I guess I'm doing one. Sorry about that. I'm doing 111, not 2. See how they're separated like that? I don't like that. Sorry about that. I was using Tohos on the other one, so, or at least I thought they were. But they're a different shape. These are more tubular shaped, these seed beads, and these are more roundish. Okay, so we're going back into, so use one 11-0 in between the two 15-0s. So we're doing that. Okay. And we're going to pick up another. They look the same on both sides to me. So another 2-hole square. And we're going to go up that other Super Duo. Like that. Then we're going to repeat this part here. I'm going to pick up a 15-0. Our 3mm fire polish. And another 15-0. Bring them down. You could pick up your Super Duo as well. I usually do. Your Super Duo. Bring them all down. And go into the other side of your square. See how that one looks clearer? Maybe not. Okay, and then we're going to pull that down. So this is what you're going to have. And we're going to just repeat that all the way along. I'm using 21 or 22 tiles. I'm not really sure. 22, I guess. 21, I don't know. However, whatever size you need for your wrist is what you're going to be adding onto your, that's how many tiles you're going to need. Leave about an inch. space. Okay, so what I just did was I picked up a Super Duo, a 15-0, an 11-0, a 15-0, and we're going back through our Super Duo, just going right through the other hole in our Super Duo. I'm going to pull that tight, because what we're going to do when we get to the other end of our bracelet, we're going to come back around and fill in those gaps. Like on this side, we'll be putting our Czech fire polish, and on this side, we'll be putting our 11-0. So it's kind of easy, just a little bit complicated, but not anything drastic. So now we're going to add our tile. Go through the hole of that Super Duo. Shorten my working tail here. And then I like to flip my work over for some reason. I don't know. You don't have to. I just do it. Then we're picking up a 15-0, our Czech fire polish, and another 15-0, and a Super Duo. Now sometimes they're a little scratched up. If you pick them up the right way, let me show you. It'll hide the scratch. If this one will ever cooperate. I probably lost the bead now. There is one that has a little nick in the side. There it is. See it? You could hide that on the bottom of it, then nobody's going to see it. So then we're going to go back through our tile. And this is what that will look like. So you'll see. You're just, on the one side you'll have all Czech fire polish, and on the other side you'll have all seed beads. So pick up a Super Duo. Pull it down if you want. I got into the habit of picking them all up at one time, but if it's easier, pull it down. A 15-0, an 11-0, and a 15-0. And then I think you could probably do all 11-0s, maybe. Might look a little odd though. Alright, so we're picking up. Oops. We're going through the other side of our Super Duo. Sorry. Got discombobulated there. Cat hair, because you know the cat jumped up here, right? Of course he did. He jumps up here, gets mad because I'm trying to do something, and then he goes and lays on his bed. Go figure. Anyway, now you're going to pick up a tile. Go through that other Super Duo. And repeat. That's all you're doing. So you get to the end of your bracelet. Try to tighten it up as you're going. Do another one of these. Whoops. So you're going to pick up a 15-0, a Czech fire polish. Now, I don't know, I'm guessing you could probably use a 3mm bicone, but maybe not. Why are you not cooperating? Here we go. Because of the size. Like, you know, Czech fire polish are kind of oblong. They're not, complete round. They're, I guess, barrel shaped, if you want to call it that. And pick up, now see this one? See that mark right there? You could either throw that away or you can try to hide it, which I'm going to do. I'm going to try to, if I can pick it up without chasing it all over my bead mat. So, see that nick is there? I'm just going to put it right there, and it'll be on the bottom of my bracelet, and nobody's going to see it. Or if you're picky about that, you can toss it. That's up to you. Okay, so let's continue along those lines, and I will be back when I get to the end of my bracelet and show you how we're going to add the button. I'll be back. Okay, so just remember that your fire polish is going between the two super duos, and your seed bead is going on top of your super duo. See, that way you know, because you need a way to add your super duos, and you need a way to hide the thread, because you don't want your thread showing. So this hides the thread on top of the super duo, and then this connects the super duos. Okay, I'll be back. I should clarify that. The 3mm Czech fire polish are not going to be exactly in between your super duos. They're going to rest on top in between the two. You see what I'm saying? It's like in between them, but it's on top of it. It's not in between them. Does that make any sense? You'll see when you're working on it. So as you go along, just, pull your work tight. Sometimes you can see your thread. So I would just pull it tight, because this is like really loose. The bracelet itself, it's not stiff. So, alright, I'll be back. So apparently, even the tiles sometimes don't have the second hole going through them. Which I just found out. So I'm just going to backtrack. Take that one off and add another. This one is a little wonky anyways, see it? It's not quite square. So it somehow slipped through the quality control department. Alright, so that means I got to pull another one out. So if your work gets loose, if you notice that it's getting loose, pull on the opposite center bead and it'll pull it tighter. Did I say dollar bead before? I meant dollar bead box. I got these from, you can get the tiles from a couple of places. I think Shipwreck has them. I know Buy the Beads has them, although they've been sold out a lot. Dollar Bead Box has them, which I want to order more myself. And, what did I say? Shipwreck? I don't know about, Fire Mountain Gems. They might have them, but I don't know. I'm sure Art Beads has them. Just look around for them if you want it. That's if you want to make the bracelet with the tiles. And if not, then obviously you don't look for them. Funny, aren't I? I'm a funny girl. So, I wanted to tell you that, by these little tiny beads start making your eyes go crazy after a little while. So I have 4 more tiles to add, And then I will be back to finish up. Now if you want to, while you're here, you can just throw the tile on. It's a little wonky doing it that way, but it's less pulling on your thread there. Sure, if I can get it to that. If I can do it. There we go. Get my tail out of the way. So you see how you can see your thread here? Just pull this one, and that'll tighten that spot up, and then pull back down on your thread. See? It's not as much. Okay, I'll be back when I get these other 3 tiles on. Okay, so I just added my last tile. Now you want to start with 2 super duos. You want to start with your super duos on the end and end with your super duos on the end. So I'm just going to add my last 2 super duos. If I can pick that up. And you're just doing it the same way that you did before. Okay. So now, once we get that done, okay, we're going to end where we would be putting a tile in, but we're not adding that tile. Instead, what we're going to do is add 2 czech fire polish and then go through that other super duo. Because now we're going to add our button. So what I did was I picked up a 15-0 and 3 of the 11-0s, but I think I'm going to add 4 because these are much thinner than the other ones were. Then I'm going to add another 3mm fire polish. Actually, you want to make sure that that goes into the center. So yeah, looks like 3 will be enough. See, you want it to kind of meet the center of those 2 czech fire polish. Okay, so then we're going to pick up a czech fire polish. And three 11-0s. Our button. I decided to go with the round one. I have that one or that one. I'll go with the round one. Then another 3 11-0s. And then we are going to go back through our czech fire polish. And we are going to add 3 11-0s and a 15-0. And I have them scattered all over the place here. And we're going to go back into the opposite end. We're coming out here. We're going into here. And then we are going to No, I'm sorry, we're not adding that at last. Yes, we are. No, we're not. We're not adding that last 15-0. We're going to go through our Super Duo, our Czech Fire Polish, our Super Duo, and all the seed beads that we just added. Because we're reinforcing our button here. So back up to the fire, up through the fire polish, up through our seed beads. Through our button, through the seed beads, through the fire polish, and then sometimes because my work gets flipped over, although I pretty much know which side it is, because you can tell by your thread. So you got 2 pieces there, and only one there. So we're going back there. So now you can reinforce it again if you want. It's up to you. It's a little crooked. There we go. I'm going to go back through. You know what? I was supposed to add that other one. What was I thinking? I don't know. Alright, I'm adding the other one now. I don't know what I was thinking. Add the other 15-0. Sorry. Then we're going to go back through our Czech fire polish. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so. And then now I'm going to add a 15-0, an 11-0, and then I'm going to go through the 15-0 that's already here. See this 15-0? I'm going to go through that, through my Super Duo, up through the Super Duo and that 15-0, just like that. And then I'm going to pop in my Czech fire polish. Now your 15-0s are already there, so you're just going to go through them. Go through your 15-0, your Super Duo, your tile, your Super Duo, and the other 15-0. Make sure you get them all, because otherwise your thread will be showing. And that will pop that fire polish right in place, just like that. Now we're just going to add our seed bead. Go through the 15-0. We're adding our 11-0. Go through the 15-0, the tile, the Super Duo, the tile, the Super Duo, the 15-0, and that pops that seed bead right into place. Just like that. We're going to do that all along both sides. We're just going to keep going back and forth, and that tightens our bracelet up a little bit as well. Trying to figure out what's next to this fire polish. You can tell because you'll have all the seed beads on one side and all the fire polish on the other. So just like that, going through it. And sometimes you can't get through you can't get through them all. So just go through what you can and then make sure you go through the rest of them, that's all. And then I check both sides to make sure I'm going through everything. And just like magic, pop goes the bead. Pretty cool, huh? Alright, do that again so you see. I'm picking up my seed bead, my 11-0 seed bead, going through the 15-0, the super duo, the tile, the super duo. I missed a 15-0 there. So I guess I'll add it now. Adding my Czech fire polish. Going through the 15-0, the super duo, the tile, oopsie, the super duo, the 15-0. That popped that into place anyway, so you really can't tell that I left it out. So, next is our 11-0. And we're just going to do that all the way down. That way, we're even on both sides. I thought it would be cuter than this, but I'm not I don't know. What happened? Got stuck on everything here. That's the bad thing, is you get stuck on your super duos because they stick out. Alright. So, then, once you get to the other side, you'll add your loop. I'll be back. I want it springy, so I'm working with what I have. If you have, like if you're going to be ordering stuff, I would kind of order stuff that goes well together. You know what I'm saying? Like this is okay. I thought it would look better than what it does, but you know, like I said, I'm working with what I have. But it's okay. It's cute. Cutesy. Maybe I shouldn't have used the yellow seed beads. I don't know. I was trying to get that spring look, though, you know? That spring summer look going on. So if your seed bead here is like standing up like that, just pull it down. Because you want your seed bead to be basically on top of your super duo.